Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm introducing our project for TeamHongi. So we are creating a building integrity application for the Fonterra Edendale. So it's the team at the building and maintenance team at Fonterra Edendale. So they're going to use this application to enable them to better maintain the buildings and facilities on site. So a few times a year they conduct inspections. So they go around the entire factory, look for problems or issues. If any problems or issues are discovered, then these are actioned. So they book contractors to come in and complete these jobs. So these are outside contractors that come in and do this. There's a separate system that they use for that. But for the purposes of our system, they want to be able to streamline the data collection process, and so it enables them to better maintain buildings and facilities. The other feature that they have is, or that they require, is writing down tasks. So everyday housekeeping tasks for staff to complete. So it might be to wash that floor or something like that. So staff can see these and they can do them and they can be checked off. Because they're going to be using this application on site within the factory, there's actually no network connectivity out there, so we have to make sure that it works in an offline capacity. And when they use it, they're going to be using tablet computers, and they'll take photos of problems or issues that they discover and upload them to our application as well. So this is the main menu. On here we have the three main functions that the application will be used for. So they are inspections, jobs and tasks. So if we go to inspections, on here we can see a view of all the inspections that are currently in the database. From here we can edit an inspection, see the details of an inspection, and also delete an inspection, and we can also create a new inspection. So if I go here, I can go create new inspection, fill in the fields, and here you can also add photos that are related to that inspection. So you press that choose photos button, opens up a file dialog, and you can choose the photos that you want to add, and you press create to create it. If you haven't filled in any of the fields that are needed, then some validation comes up to ensure that you fill in those fields. If you go to the details of an inspection, you can see all the information for that particular inspection, as well as photos that are related to that. So you can click on a photo and see a larger version of it. And we also have the tasks page. So these are all the housekeeping tasks that staff might have to do, and then once they're complete, they can be marked off and who's done it. And similar thing for jobs, and mark off when it's been done just by clicking the complete button, and it will show when it was completed. And there's also an admin menu which will eventually be locked off to only admin users, so they can edit more critical information related to the application.
Hey, my name is Ben. I'll be going over the milestones completed so far in the project. The first phase we had to go through was the planning phase. This involved creating a project proposal as well as a client proposal. The client proposal was created to take up to the client, and it covered the requirements and the objectives in the project as we saw them at that time. A major part of this proposal was discussing with them an original requirement that they had, which involved being able to add new columns to the application without the need to code. The team did some research on this and decided that we could not promise that we'd be able to do it. Therefore, after some discussions with the client, they have agreed that while we'll keep trying to work out how to do this, this will not count as a project failure if it's not in the end product. The second phase that we went through was the analysis phase, which was finished by the end of March. In April, we started the design phase, which required us to go through and design how the application would look and run. We used materials from another paper to go through and get more in depth into the design phase than we potentially would have if we hadn't been doing that paper. After this, we went into the first phase of development. This involved creating a prototype that we were taking out to the client on the 8th of June. The three main areas of the application were shown to the client. These included the inspections, tasks, and jobs sections. Each section has the ability to create, edit, and delete records. If the inspections, they also have the ability to add photos to each when creating the inspection. They can then go through and edit an inspection that's already been created and add new photos or remove photos or anything else that they may require, including all the different fields.
Hello, my name is Jimmy. Today we talk about the 5 milestones still to be completed. The first one is the online and offline functionality. The second one is the interface have to be changed. The third one is authentication system. The fourth is the login system, and the last one is backup system. For the online and offline functionality, we now have 2 options. The first one is HTML5 cache, and the second one is SQLite to store the database when the application is offline. For the interface, so we have to change the interface because it's now still in the default. So many page of views will be changed to make it easily for the user to use it. For the authentication system, we use the user can be used on off the functionality, but the critical part only be used by the admin. The login system, so everyone have the logins to be used the function in the application, otherwise they cannot use it. For the backup system, so the application will be automatically backup 24 hours at the night time.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm going to talk about client feedback. In the original project brief, a client requested the ability to make changes to attributes or filters within the database. As a team, we researched this and decided it would be too difficult, and we negotiated with the client that it would be out of scope. The client was happy with the prototype that we presented to them at the last meeting. They liked the logo, the colour scheme, the design that we used, and the general flow of the application. They did request some changes, mostly related to the way it was viewed. So different staff members needed to see a more condensed view and others needed to see more. They also requested an interactive map, so they wanted to be able to click on the touch screen or touch the touch screen and a map would pop up that would automatically populate a field of an area. We agreed at the meeting that we could do a map that would pop up, but it wouldn't be interactive, so they would have to enter information about the location themselves, but they could see it on the screen.
Hello, I'm Ellie. Now I'm talking about what we had learned from the project. During our time, we had encountered some problems, including how to complete our milestones on time and communications with our clients. Our contact person response are often delayed. Due to the delayed reply of information, we had to change our development from waterfall to agile methodology. Because of this reason, we will show the prototype more time to make sure that the application meets their needs. Another issue we met was our clients' requests are exceeding our original project proposal. We had to compromise with our clients and discussed with our groups what we can achieve during the set time. Overall, our group discussed 2 weeks are enough time for us to successfully to complete the changes. Conclusion: every one of our team will contribute more time to get desired results.